What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in with Callie, as always. I gotta say, so far, the NBA in-season tournament has been amazing. It has been great. It has been competitive. It has been fun-filled. It has been everything that I didn't expect it would be, going into the situation. Of course, us not knowing a lot about it as this season started and things like that, us kind of being confused about the whereabouts, or excuse me, the, the ebbs and flows of it, or what it's about and everything like that, how it's going to play out and everything. It's been great to me. The competitiveness I've seen from teams, throughout this season, you might can agree yourself. It's been playoff atmosphere. Like, those Tuesdays and Fridays, when the playing tournament comes on, I'm glued to my chair watching just about every single game. And I to be honest with you, I even actually watched, some Charlotte Hornets games, what I'm saying? Even the teams they were playing against, and it's like that just goes to show you how valuable I think the NBA in-season tournament has been so far this year, and how much it saved the NBA regular season, because the NBA, the last several years, decades or decade or so, it's pretty much been all postseason what people really pay attention to. A lot of people didn't even watch the regular season because, first of all, a lot of people believe it's too many games. And I've been on course by saying myself that there's been, that 82 games, is the standard. It's always been what it's been. But I do understand I can see the players definitely not being all for it, because their body is being put on the line that much. It's a lot different when you're actually watching them going out there doing it, and you're out there playing 82 plus games, traveling, all that stuff, being away from your family, all that. So, it's a lot different when you look at it from, that standpoint. So I definitely understand that. But the games have been great. Every time I look around, you could just pretty much pick any game out the NBA in-season tournament, and you might look at it. It might be a game like the Knicks versus the Charlotte Hornets. And you look at that game, you be like, I don't think that game's going to be worth a damn. But then all of a sudden, if you actually watch it, since the in-season tournament came in this season, a game like that is way more magnified than what it would have been if this was last season or years prior, where there was no in-season tournament. So, I kind of thought there would be a lot of, drawback with it, going into it, and, actually it playing out, the first season, which is this season. But it's actually been great to me. And like I said, in my opinion, and I definitely enjoyed it. I definitely enjoy watching it, and seeing how competitive teams are. When you could watch a game with the Charlotte Hornets, which is probably one of the worst teams all time history of the NBA. Even though I think, I've went there to Charlotte a few times. Their fan base is pretty cool, stuff like that. But them being like one of the all-time worst franchises, if we're just going by history in regards to wins and losses, stuff like that. It's like, to me, even watching a team like that play, you see the best of the Charlotte Hornets. And I can honestly tell you, before this year, there were teams like that I wouldn't even really watch, because it's like you never would see the best of them. They would just play all right, decent enough to let you know they're NBA players or something like that. But they never really won anything. The Charlotte Hornets have made the playoffs in, past years growing up, watching them, stuff like that. But they've never been a championship caliber team. So that's the reason why I say they might be one of the worst teams, theoretically, history wise, because they haven't, won anything, or haven't been a team that nobody even looks remotely close to that could possibly win. And when you think about, like I said, the playing tournament, the way it's been, the games, even with the new rosters, like you see a team like Milwaukee, and you see the newly Celtics, even though they only added one guy, which is Drew Holiday, which is a big add to me. Even when you watch them play, even when you watch the Lakers, Denver, in any of the teams you would say that might be the top teams, or the teams you think that's, superior, they're having hard times beating teams that are not as good as them when Tuesday and Friday comes. And that's what I love about it. I love the intensity. I love the playoff feel. And honestly, as I said, I can go from game to game and pretty much watch game to game. I mean, and it doesn't even have to be a big market team. It could just be a team that's, I mean, because when you look at the playing tournament, like Indiana was doing good. The Lakers are like one of the finalist teams. It's like, who would have thought that? You know what I'm saying? Just by now, the Lakers in the regular season are not that good, but the Lakers in the playing tournament are a championship caliber team. What is that saying? That just goes to show the competition is high, and guys are embracing the challenge, and it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It really is. And then you look at like the Timberwolves, them coming out this year, they've been a surprise. They've been hooping really a lot, especially in the tournament as well, surprising people. And it's just been a all around good start to the season. And when you think about the competitiveness and everything that comes along with it, and the NBA has been missing this for a long time. So, I mean, I'm all for it. And I definitely believe Adam Silver, with the results that he's getting, I don't know what the ratings look like and all that overall, totality wise. But I mean, overall, it's got to be good, because the feedback, if you look on X and you look on other social media sites, the feedback off of it has been very good. It hasn't been much negative feedback based upon the competition and competitiveness that we're seeing amongst every single team that's been in it, or that's playing in it. You know what I'm saying? And every team has an opportunity to play in it. And it's like, you've seen games. I've seen games where it looks like classic games. You know what I'm saying? Games going into overtime, and, teams like I said, the Hornets playing hard and the Knicks are playing hard. And, it just looks like a completely different feel to this season with that in-season tournament. And I have to, me personally, I have to give, Adam Silver some credit for being creative and coming up with an idea that can help the NBA in regards to the regular season and build some more of their ratings back up the way they used to be years and years ago. And then followed up going into the playoffs. That's going to be great, for the NBA. And but basically, I just want to know what you think about the in-season tournament. Do you think it's something Adam Silver should keep, something just utilize for a couple of seasons and move on to something else? And how have you felt about it? You feel excited about it? You like it? You love it? Leave any comments. I really want to hear what you got to say, and we'll talk about it.